Okay, I just want to make sure I was in the right video that I was on. Okay, let's get into this. For 3 years, I've had people mess with me for 3 years. I've had people for 3 years harass, bully, lie on my name, slander my name, put false narratives out there about me that ain't nowhere near accurate, trying to use my flaws and imperfections as a weapon against me, got me fired, done all these negative things to me. And throughout all of that, I'm still standing. I am still living my best life, and I am still good right now. And I could not be happier with my life. I have nothing to complain about. I am good. Now, these people really think they're going to wreck me because of these comments they make about me. Now, that video that I showed yesterday was a very powerful video, and I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I watched the series. I am going to do part 2, and I am going to do part 1. So, my whole thing is that video was inspirational to me. It was inspirational to a lot of the people, and a lot of people were glad to see that video. So was I. That video definitely taught me a lot because I am not going to sit up here and worry about negative people. I ain't even going to respond to negative people. I don't even care about negative people at this point. I'm just going to do me and call it a day. Like right now, I am making brunch today. I am not worried about these negative people. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. I don't care how they feel. My whole thing is I don't care. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care if you don't like me. Who cares? You watch me. Now, the reason I'm bringing this video up because when I got off YouTube, I saw some dislikes on my channel, and I'm sitting here in my mind trying to figure out why are there are dislikes on my channel, and I'm sitting talking about God. So I'm sitting talking about God, and you're disliking my channel, but yet I'm a little confused. So I'm a little lost. So I'm sitting up here talking about God, and you're sitting up here mad because I'm talking about God. And because we're sitting here saying that slander is a bad thing. So, in other words, for all of y'all that are putting these dislikes on my channel, apparently you're for the devil in nation. Because no person that is of God would ever sit up here and dislike a channel when you're talking about God. Because let me tell you something, I don't care if you were the worst thing smoking in the world. If you have made amends with God, you don't have to explain that to nobody. Whatever your relationship is with God, that is your relationship with God. It has nothing to do with anybody, not even me. So I'm not going to sit up here and say anything about your connection with God. So if you have made amends with God and you yourself in the privacy of your home has made amends with God, then I am not going to say nothing to you if you have done that. Because that is your journey. That is your journey, and that's your connection to God. Because your connection to God is not my connection with God. So with that being said, I am not here to judge you. You do whatever you feel the need that you feel is right. So if you have repented for your wrongs and you have made amends to the people who you've hurt and who you've done dirty, then who am I to say something to you? It's not for me to judge. It's not for me to sit up here and say anything because it would be no different than if Eligio went and he repented to God. Who am I to say anything about that man if he chose to repent to God privately? If he repented to God, then that's his business. All I'm going to say is, okay, it will show within his actions and the things that he does. That's it. That's all. But see, the problem is you have a bunch of demonic people that don't want nobody to have nothing. They want you broke. They want you miserable. They want you lonely. They want you bitter. They want you without a man. And they keep putting it in your head, oh, you can't get a man. You're not good enough to have a man. You're not pretty enough to be a man, to have a man. You can't have this. You can't have that. Why? Why can't I have it? Oh, because you said I can't have it. Okay. Oh, You ain't gonna have this, and you need to do this. Did I ask you your opinion of me? No, I didn't. But you want to give it to me, whether I want your opinion or not. You gonna give me your advice, whether I want to take it or whether I don't. Well, I don't want your advice, so why would I take it? You don't like me, so why would I take your advice? Why would I even listen to you when you have sat here and tried to ruin my life every chance you get? What makes you think I'm gonna come on your channels and watch you, knowing you have me up on your channels all day, every day? What makes you think I'm gonna sit up here and allow you to sit there and disrespect my family and not go to the authorities about it? You have lost your mind if you believe that. I am not gonna get you or anybody else ever disrespect my family. It's just not gonna happen. You're not disrespecting my child. You ain't disrespecting my baby daddy. You ain't disrespecting nobody. Because you ain't got the right. Because your life is no better than mine. Your life, if anything, is worse than mine. Because I'm not broke. I'm not unhappy. I'm in a very good place. So what? I don't have a man. That does not matter. I'm good with that. Don't care if I got one. Don't care if I have friends. My whole point is I did this deliberately. Everything I did is this how I teach. I did, undercover bosses. You go in and you pose as one thing when really you're a whole different thing. That's exactly what I did. You know how people sit up there and they do these things and they tend to be something they're not, and they do it just to see certain things. Well, that's what I did. I'm good at that. I always do that. I'll sit there and pretend to be something that I'm not, just to basically see how people would treat me. Because if I was to have a conglomerate or a business, that right there is very important. Because how people treat you on social media is how they're going to treat you when it comes to buying products. Because that's exactly how they're going to treat you. The exact same way. Not only that, you need to do that in your real lives. When you start bringing people in your lives, you tell them something to see how fast they go back and run. Tell that. It's called telephone. It's a manipulated thing that you do to find out if people are trustworthy before you start telling them your business. Tell them something, but don't tell them the whole entire story. Tell them a mixture of different stories that are really true about your life. Put them all in one. See how fast they run with it. If they go back and they tell everybody, then you know they're not trustworthy. And you know what you need to do. Let them go and kick them to the curb. Never talk to them again. I learned this journey because when you're someone that has been used, taken advantage of, this is how you determine who you can trust and who you can't. So that's how I do it. It works for me. It keeps the wrong people in my life trying to, mess up my life. So that's why I do it. I do it to everybody, including my own parents. Like I said, it's my protection against people that are trying to destroy my life. Because in the beginning, people always gonna seem like they like you, they're cool with you, like they got your back. The minute you don't do what they want you to do, you'll see a side of them you ain't never thought you'd see. All of a sudden, they sitting there talking trash about you. All of a sudden, they being two-faced. All of a sudden, they don't call you no more. Right after they get what they want from you, they're kicking you to the curb and you don't even know about it. You don't even know that you've been kicked to the curb because they're not going to tell you because just in case things don't work out, they got to have a safety net. That's what you come in. You make safety net. You're the thing that protects them. You're the thing that keeps their lifestyle. So if all these other people that they really do want to be around with don't act right, they still got you. They have you to sit up here and basically be their safety net. You're the one that's going to be the one protecting them from harm. They know you're going to bail them out. They know that you're going to have their back no matter what. They know they can always have sex with you whenever they want to have sex with you. They know that. So you are their ride or die. You're their dependable. You're the one that they're always going to be able to depend on. They always got you. No matter what, they got you. It don't matter whether it's wrong or not. They got you. So because they have you, they can do whatever they want to you. They can sit right there and do you dirty and do whatever they want to do to you. And you're going to sit there and you're going to take it. So that's exactly what they're going to do. These people will sit up here and dog you out and sit here and treat you any kind of way. And you'll keep saying, well, if I did this differently, these people will like you. No, they never liked you in the first place. Stop believing that. You're allowing negative people to take you away from your dreams, your goals, the things that you're trying to accomplish. You're sitting here allowing negative people to lead you down a path of nowhere. Nowhere. They're not leading you nowhere. They're leading you somewhere, right? To nowhere. They're leading you broken, homeless. They're leading you without a husband because they're sleeping with them. They're leaving you pretty much empty because these people are sucking the life out of you. They're leaving you with depression. They're leaving you with anxiety. They're leaving you wanting to commit suicide. They're leaving you stealing your kids and messing up your kids. And you're allowing it. They're leaving you broken. They're leaving you confused. And these are people that you think care about you. The people that you think got your back. You sitting up here giving people 100% of yourself. But what are they giving you? They ass the kids. Excuse my language. But that's what they're doing. They're giving you their butt the kid. It's no different than in the nature boy sector. When these people finally wake up and realize that man is using them, that he's taking advantage of them, that he is sitting up there leading them down a path of nowhere. How long do you think it's going to be before they wake up? How long? People eventually see what's going on. People will eventually see they've been played. People will eventually see they've been abused. No. So you're going to have people that are going to sit up here and tell you any and everything to get the best of you. They'll do anything to ruin your life because it ain't the fact they don't like you, because they don't know you. You ain't done nothing to them. It's your success. It's the fact you're doing well and they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of your growth. They want to be a part of your success. They don't want to do the work, so they want to leech off you. You doing the work, they're having the glory of it. It's no different than a manager or your parents when they find out you have a talent and they're using you as a way to get in the industry because they couldn't get in the industry. So then you up and making all this money, working these long hours, you can't even have a childhood because your parent is like, go out there and make some money. The way they did with Shirley Temple and the way they did with Julie Gardner and all these other people. Look at what they did to Gary Coleman. Webster had to emancipate against his family. How you doing? So if he had to emancipate against his family, then what does that say? So my point is, these people don't care about you. You serve a purpose, even to your own godforsaken parents. You're someone, you're a kid, you can't fight back. So of course you're gonna do what your mom and them want you to do. But eventually you get older, like what's going on with Britney Spears right now. And she is trying to get away from her parents. And all these judges are like, no, you're going to stay right there. Do you see Britney giving up? No. Britney just said, since I can't have my independence, you won't have what you want either. I ain't making no more money. I ain't making no more money. I'm going to sit at home, I'm going to sit in my butt and be fat and be happy. And they mad about that because that girl is not out there working. They tell her she can't have kids, when she can have kids, when she can do this, when she can do that. That is not the kind of life that you want. And that's exactly what Eligio is doing to them people. Same thing. Leading them nowhere. To the point of nowhere. The same way all of these people are following all these channel holders that are sitting here blatantly disrespecting other channel holders for no reason. People that used to watch this person has now made channels just downright degrading that person. All because that's how you got on. You didn't get on because you yourself got on a channel and created your own content. Oh no, you get your content from everybody else. It's just like the Shade Room and all them. What they do, they get their information from TMZ and other stuff. They're biased. They don't do real commentary because I don't care. People ain't gotta like it. I'm gonna say it for what it is. I don't watch Shade Room and none of them because they don't have their own content. A lot of them are biased because a lot of them are Team Nicki Minaj and they always tearing Cardi B down. It's always favoritism. I can't with that at this point, and I'm not because I think it's stupid. I'm not one of these people that's gonna sit here and act like that black folks don't do stuff that ain't right. But yet you want me to say that. Nope. Not I'm not I am not. There's a bunch of shade going on in the black community. I don't care. White folks do the same thing to each other. So it's not just black folks. All races do it. If you serve a purpose, they're gonna use you. They're gonna use you, and then when they get done with you, they're gonna basically get rid of you like you ain't nothing. Same thing in a marriage. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, what's gonna happen? They end up cheating. It's no different. It is no different in this situation because that's what people do. As long as you serve a purpose, oh, you're good. As long as you serve a purpose, as long as you are doing what they want you to do, oh, they're gonna like you. The minute you don't, they're gonna talk trash about you, try to bring you down, tear you down. These people ain't got the talent. You the one that got the talent, and that's why they want to. That's why they want to be a part of it because you're the one that has the talent. You're the one that's sitting up here doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're the one that's actually doing the work to make it. A prime example, half these people in the nature boy sector don't have a bit more talent than a man in the moon. And the ones that do are wasting their talent in this sector for what? Because they was not getting views before Allegio. They were not. And the only reason they got on the bandwagon because it was their way of making views off him. They used that man to get views. And he's so stupid, he can't even realize that. He's stupid. So like I said, it is what it is. So like I said, I don't even pay no attention at this point. Because now it's a pretty cheap joke. Now everybody going after Young Pharaoh. The same people that used to watch Young Pharaoh now have created channels that pretty much disrespecting that man. That's why I said I don't pay none of this no attention. Jealousy, envy. That's why I don't talk about Young Pharaoh in a negative manner like that. All I said to him, you shouldn't have put your stuff out there. I would not have put my stuff out there like that. I wouldn't have. But you did. And you have to take everything that comes with that. That's the way I view that. I don't view it as, because like I said, she went back. When she went back, that was it for me. I don't watch it no more after that. Because now, I am someone when I did try to help, young black girls from being in these particular type of situations, and I ended up getting screwed because of it. Never again. Never again will I ever. Them girls gonna go through it. They're gonna go through it. They're gonna deal with it, and that's just it. They're gonna deal with it. When they decide they're ready and they come to me and they say I'm ready to leave, I'm ready to go, I'm seriously ready to leave, I'll help them all day long. But I am not gonna have these girls and they still want to be over there dealing with these men like that, letting these men blatantly disrespect them because they got some money. Get your own God-forsaken money. Stop worrying. Stop waiting for somebody to give you money. Get your own God-forsaken money. Can't nobody do nothing to you if you have your own. If you have your own stuff, nobody can manipulate you. Nobody can control you. And even if you're the person that has the money, why are you letting these people sit up here and control you? Why are you sitting up here giving these people money that are less than you that should be on the same level as you? Instead of you giving them money, why don't you tell them to go back to school to get their education? Tell them that. Don't sit up here and keep taking care of grown people like they have a disability. They ain't got no God-forsaken disability. You need to tell them people to go ahead on somewhere. Because you're allowing these people to sit up here and leech off you, use you, take advantage of you. And then when they get done, they're going to leave you high and dry, broke, and the life sucked out of you like a God-forsaken vampire. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. It ain't worth it. It ain't. They not worth that. That's why I don't do it no more. Now you come to me and say, "Can I borrow some money?" You need to go get a job here. What's this? A job thing? Go look for a job. I need money for this. You better go save your money because I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. You ain't taking from no money from me, and you ain't gonna pay me back. What you mean, bruh? I just went and did my research on you. You have been known to scam people. No, I'm not giving you no money. I'm not giving you nothing with my behind the kids. That's it. You ain't getting no money from me at all. You don't deserve no money from me. Why am I gonna sit up here and give you money and I'm struggling? I'm barely getting by. You ain't teaching me nothing. You ain't giving me nothing. Why am I giving you money? I'm not going on nobody's channel giving nobody money and they sit around talking about people. I am not giving nobody money for that. No. I ain't giving nobody no money for sitting up here taking other people's content and using it as their own. No. Meaning you're not using it for a purpose, meaning you're doing it for malice intent. If you're doing something and you're using somebody's content because you're teaching something and that person has talked about the same subject and you're trying to prove your theory and you're trying to look at it from, multiple different perspectives, okay, fine. I get it. But for you to sit there and use somebody's content because you want to talk about their looks, you want to talk about their hair, you want to talk about all these other things, you want to sit here and do somebody dirty, no, I would never respect you. And I would never watch you. I don't watch these people in the Black community like that no more. Because all they do is sit around and talk about people. And to me, that's disrespectful. And they're not just talking about anybody. They're talking about people that actually have worked their butts off to make it. That's what they're disrespecting. They're disrespecting people that are doing well, people that actually got views, people who actually have real content, people that are actually sitting here and every day coming up with content that really brings people to their channels. That's what they're talking about. And their followers ain't doing nothing but spying. Let's break this down for what this is. It took me a little bit to sit back and watch, but I've sat back and watched for a while. I decided to be a spectator for a while and just sit back and watch. Do you know what I found? I found that basically these people are the people who they claim are their subscribers are trolls. I say 85%, 75 to 85% of people that are in people's channels are trolls. And they're there to build channels off you. They're there to cause drama. Because they'll come in there, and I've seen them come in Millie's channel. I've seen them come in Bonnie Blue's channel. I have seen them come in a lot of people's channels. And their whole goal is to get you to say or do something to get a reason to make a channel off you. So, what are you? That's what they do. They'll sit right there and they will come in your channel and try to control the narrative. A lot of them will get wrenches, and then what they do when new people come in there, they boot them out. Seen it in Vic's room. I've seen it all the time. I've seen it in Jazzy's room. I've seen it in Black's room. I've seen it since I've gotten to YouTube. I have seen this happen. That's why when I go into a room, I don't even speak. Because as soon as you walk in there and you speak, they're going to kick you out. Some of these people that you think are for you are really against you. They're coming in to make you have to be in YouTube beefs. And if you don't, then what they're gonna do is what they did to Bonnie Blue and what they did to Alexander Rogers, where they took their channels for absolutely no reason, took them, and then didn't give them no explanation why. They got them back because they had to get people and hire YouTubers to get it back. More than likely, what happened, somebody said that they were either them or saying that basically flagged all of their godforsaken content. That's the only two ways that people can take down your channels. They either flag the channel itself, flag the majority of your content, or they go and they say that you impersonated them, like the way they make all these channels about me. So I've had that happen to me. The second and third channel that I had, because I wouldn't let these people on my channel, they said I wasn't me. And one day I went on Instagram, my channel was gone twice. And I'm like, where is my channel at? Gone. No explanation, no nothing. And I didn't even get it back. Couldn't get it back because they said it wasn't me. Now I have to literally put my ID on my channels to prove that it's me. And then change the name. It's bad when you have to put your ID to show that it's you. So it's crazy. Then you have to put, there's a whole bunch of other stuff you gotta do. But yeah, these people are insane. They're so obsessed with you because you're not letting them back on your channel. You took away the wrenches. And they'll do anything to get them damn wrenches back. I swear them wrenches like a godforsaken drug. And these people act like drug addicts when they come to these godforsaken wrenches. It's funny. Boy, you are that obsessed because I took the wrenches. Okay. So you're obsessed and you're angry because I took some wrenches from you. You're upset and calling me a liar, which I'm not. My whole point is you chose to believe it. How am I a liar when you the one that put the narrative out there? You put the narrative out there. I made you believe it. End of story. How am I the one lying when you already thought what you thought? The point is, now people are learning that if you think what you think about me, I'm going to make you believe it so that way I can walk away from you and you won't know my actual business. A lot of people doing now. Nowadays, people ain't even worried about having friends at this point. Because with friends like that, who need enemies? Why do you even need friends when you got family? Even family will do you dirty. I don't even know how many times I've been through that where I've had family do me dirty. So at this point, who can you trust? You can't trust your family. You can't trust your friends. You can't trust employers. Then who you got to trust? Nobody but yourself. So the whole thing about it is when you know you got flaws, eventually somebody gonna find out about it. And then what do? They go and exploit it. And most people think it's the end of the world when they expose you, when really it's a new beginning. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you play it right, it will backfire in their face. Because if you yourself expose it, they can't expose you. So they never exposed me in the first place. I don't know why in their minds they thought that they did. They never exposed me at all. How can you? You can't expose me if I expose myself. See, that's the whole point. I knew eventually they were going to try to use it as a weapon. And when I found out, this is what they don't know. So I found out they were going to, exactly what day they were going to expose me. They were going to expose it anyway. That video that I did that day, no. I found out about 2 weeks prior, they were going to expose me about my hair. So that day when them little girls, matter of fact, that video the little girls did was a few weeks back. So I said, well, if they're going to expose me, I'm gonna beat them to the punch. So the day they were supposed to expose me, I exposed myself. And they tried to make it seem like they exposed me. No. What they don't know is every time they do something, it comes back to me. I have people in all their rooms, including their Google chat rooms and everything else, tell me everything. I know every conversation they have, all of it. So when I go on live, I know exactly what I be doing because I already know what they're gonna do. So everything you see me do was deliberate. It was deliberate because somebody right now is my witness of that. Last night, they came to me and they said, you know, they over there talking about you. What is it? They saying this and this and this and this. I said, watch what I'm going to do. And they be like, what you mean? Watch what happens when I go live. I go on live and intentionally embarrass myself just because I know how, it's funny to watch them leave their channels to come to mine. We don't realize. I do it on purpose because they followers want to see that they don't want to see what I did yesterday. They want to see what I'm doing now. So I'll tell this person every time they tell me, oh, like, watch how quickly Their followers, their followers leave their channels for mine. And sure enough, that's exactly what they do. I do that deliberately for the views. I do it to take their views away. That's why I do it. I don't do it because I don't do it because of what they said. I can care less. I do it because I know as soon as I get on live, they gonna run right over here. They end up losing their followers. They don't even realize that because they don't damn dumb. They be over here. So yeah, they be over there, but half majority of them leave to come over here. They'll go back and forth, but mainly they'll be over here. So I do it to control the narrative. Allegio don't do it, but I do it. And there's some Allegio gonna pay attention to. Every time they go live, I really have no intention of going on live at all, whether they say something or not. But it's fun to take away their followers. It's fun to watch me do what they do to me anyway. But except I do it comically. It's funny to see them get mad when they get called out. It's funny when I read everything that goes on in their chat rooms. I already have it. When I go on live, I'll tell the person, keep sending me stuff. They'll tell me everything that go in that room, every person that says something, all of it. I know everything. So when I come on live, I deliberately will show my stomach. I will deliberately do these things because that's what they're talking about on my channel anyway. So everything they talk about on my channel, I actually come on live and do it because I'm like, oh, so you want to show my stomach? Well, guess what? Let me do it now. Let me do it now. Why? Because it takes away their credibility. Excuse me, I have acid reflux. It takes away their credibility. They have no credibility if I'm the one that comes live and actually do it on live at the same time they're on live. They don't realize I take away their narrative. I destroy their show without them even realizing it. I take away their followers while they're on live. That's what I'm doing. Hello. I just come on live because since you want to put the narrative out there, won't I do it myself? That's my philosophy. You're not going to embarrass me. So every time they come on live and they tell me they're on live, I come on live deliberately to destroy their channels. I do it deliberately to take away their narrative. Because once I come on live and I actually expose myself, it takes away the narrative. It takes away their whole entire channel, their whole entire content goes out the window. And I stay on live on as long as I do, deliberately to make them tired. Because remember when me and Vic did the DJ thing, and we did it for hours, and Vic finally went to bed. That's why I do it. I do it because I can stay. I can stay on for hours. They can't. So really, it's competing. So basically, what I'm doing is this: when you're on live and you're talking about somebody, you go on live, and what the other person don't realize is it's the battle of the views. So in other words, who gets the most views? By the time it's over with, I get more views than they do. And that's the point. It's not about coming on here about what they said. It's proving that I can sit here and talk about myself and embarrass myself and get more views than you would. You can't embarrass me. That's why I did what I did. Because That's how you stop the narrative. Once the person comes on live and they talk about and show everything that you just said, everything that you just talked about, basically what they're doing is taking your content and actually doing your content. Nobody paid attention to that. I was actually doing their content about me. I was actually making fun of myself the same way they make fun of me. So now you have no power. That's why I did Kama Sutra last night. To shut down their channels. Works every time. I don't come on here because I care about what they say. I come on here because I love to joke on their asses, because if you're going to joke on me, then watch me joke on you. And who gets more views? I still get more views when I joke on them. So when I come on here, it's all about proving they have obsessive compulsive behavior. So you want to talk about my weight, you want to talk about everything else, I'm going to talk about your obsessive compulsive behavior. And I get more views talking about your obsessive compulsive behavior because I show the receipts. I do the same thing that you do. I'm just better at it. And they get mad. They get mad when I talk about them. But when they talk about me, I just come on live and talk about them and how obsessive that they are. I don't come on here talking about their hair or anything else. I come on here and call them cartoon characters and call it a day. And then fall asleep on live and be funny. I deliberately do it to keep their views over here, to keep the views over here, even when I fall asleep. Just to make them tired. I do it to get their ass off social media. Because they're not going to stay on all day long. But I can. See, and that's why World and all them had an issue with me. Because I would be on for 16 hours and none of them got views. They had to get rid of me. I'm so creative that I can keep people's attention for 16 hours. I deliberately did that. I deliberately did it because that's how you beat your opponents. Take away their content. You become the content. And then when they're talking about you, since you are the content, you come out and you pretty much do new content. So guess what? You can't, it's just like saying, you're doing yesterday's content about me. So while you're doing yesterday's content, I'm doing today's content. You can't do both, can you? No, you can't. I just took you off your game. Welcome to Manipulation 101. And that is something Eligio will never ever know how to do. That's how you beat people like that. Always, always, when they talk about your stuff yesterday, you come on live right when they talk about it. It messes up their content because that ain't the title of the video. And now you can't keep up. So every time they go live, I go live just to shut their asses down. Welcome to Manipulation 101. Never cared about what they said. For me, it's about competition. It's about me controlling the narrative. I control their narrative. They don't control a damn thing. I control their channels because I control what they put on it. Because if I go live, guess who controls the narrative? Me, because I am the content. And because I'm the content, I control the narrative. So as long as I control the narrative, nothing they put out there matters because it's about me. I use their channels as basically exposure. I'm showing that it's about competition. I'm showing that I can do the same thing you do about me, and be better at it. And that's why people, when I go on live, leave my channel because they're like, I wonder what Latanya gonna say. I'm gonna make fun of myself and then I'm gonna make fun of you. Well, not make fun of you. I'm gonna use it as a teaching lesson, more or less. You can't beat me. I can destroy their narratives because it's about me. I'm the one that did the content. I deliberately showed my stomach. I deliberately came on here naked. I deliberately did all of this because these people were digging into my life. I'm not going to allow you to find out my real life. Not going to happen. So those antics was to protect my family and to destroy their actual reputations. And I destroyed that. They have no reputations. The only ones they got is all of his lordship people and all of Vic's old people that's mad because they ain't no longer AOV no more. Who cares? So at the end of the day, I didn't want to make this video too long because I have to go back to work. But at the end of the day, it's like this here. You control the narrative. Even with your own, even with the people that hate you. They're talking about you. You control the narrative. They don't control nothing. You're the one that puts out what they choose to watch. It is no different than reality TV shows. I did the same tactic. Because these people in their real lives do not act like they do on these reality TV shows. They really don't. It's just an act. That's all it is. So when you get on these cameras and you do things that are the complete opposite of what your real life is, because you already know that's what they think anyway, even though your life is a completely different narrative. Matter of fact, I'm going to show me. Show me. You're going to. I'm in my regular clothes as we speak. Give me a minute. I'm in my regular clothes. So now what? I'm in my regular clothes. And I'm about to get dressed to go somewhere. These are just clothes I wear. These are like pajamas I got. They're matching sets. And they're really cute. And I wear them. They got little short shorts and they have these little shirts. These like fall little outfits you can wear. And they're very comfy. I take a shower, I put these on. So I have little short outfits, little pants outfits that I wear around the house, but y'all don't never see the bottom of them. You only see the top of them. I'm always dressed. I'm always dressed. You just don't see the bottom of me. I have on shorts and a shirt, and then I'm about to get dressed, put on clothes. Yesterday, no, not yesterday. Day before yesterday, I was dressed. I had the same little outfits on. I got a couple of them. I had a whole bunch of them. Matter of fact, I just spent about $256 on lingerie and some shirts for fall. Really cute little shirts for fall that I plan on wearing. So I'm trying to understand, how well do you know me? Matter of fact, I'm going to get my hair cut when I get off work, and I'm going to go be cute. So I mean, I'm just like, I like being cute, but I'm also comfortable. But what this journey was about is me going out and seeing, does it really matter whether or not I go out like this or not? Not really, because nobody cares. Only ones that care are the ones that just downright trifling. I did this because when you know people are going to expose you, you expose yourself. Now I'm going back to being cute now. I'm going back. I got a whole bunch of makeup and all of that in my closet. I mean, hell, I do dress up. I may not wear the blush because of your pores. I don't wear, and I'm always, my face is always like oily. I don't wear makeup, but I do wear the eyeshadow. I do wear the lip gloss. I wear all of that. But I don't like the one where it leaves the residue on your lips. But not only that, the reason I don't wear lipstick because When you're someone that's having sex, that's why I don't wear lipstick, because you never know when something gonna happen. So I don't wear makeup. That's why I don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup because I don't need evidence that I'm in. I go work and go do some work. But I figured I would just come on here and say the joke is on y'all because you don't know me at all. Everything I put out was, I'm getting ready to call you back. I'm getting ready back. Anyway, I gotta take this phone call. Anyway, like I said, y'all don't know me at all. You really don't. I'm very good at manipulation. You can't play my face. Everything that y'all have done to me, I've already been there. So I already know how to handle you. You can't do nothing to me. Nothing. Because everything I did was deliberate. To take down a sex cult. To take y'all down. I've done that. And now I can move on and be cute again. I can go with my little cute little outfits and be cute. I have the shorts and I have the shirt. And it matches and it's cute and I love it. So, like I said, what you saw was never who I was. All I did was beat you to the punch. All I did was expose myself. And while I was in this journey with Nature Boy, I was gonna go in with my flaws being shown. But now that I'm done with the situation, now I can go back to being cute, my hair cut, bald. I can go back to wearing wigs. I can go back and do whatever I want to. Just put all this stuff on hold. Take down the sex code. I told you, use my flaws against you and beat you with it. Like I said, it was my flaws that beat you. It was my flaws that got y'all to talk about me in the first place. It was my flaws that got y'all to dox me in the first place. It was my flaws that got y'all to do a lot of things that you did and use them. And now you're going to jail because of them. Bye. Bye, y'all.
Peace and hair grease, y'all. Thanks for coming out. I was trying to do this unlisted. I was just trying to record the highlights of her lives. But I appreciate y'all coming through. This show is purely accidental because I changed my whole look. His Lordship has a whole new vibe and a whole new look. But I appreciate the support. Thank you for the support yesterday. And I just got a notification just now. Thank you for that. And I appreciate it. Much love, much love. Um, I may go live in about 3 or 4 hours if I don't go to work. So thank you. Peace and hair grease.